Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of the PeculiarStars talk show. Woo! And today with me here we have
Leka,
Abdul,
Priscilla,
Grace,
Valerie, Maria,
and we all consent to being in this video. So today we're going to be talking about the question that states, should sex education be taught in schools? Back from a quick commercial break. Somebody wanted to go and tie their shoe, guys. We're back now. So does anyone have anything to say on the topic?
you've not mentioned the topic.
The topic is, should sexual education
sex ed.
sorry
Should sex education be taught in school?
you guys welcome back, guys. Should sex education be taught in schools?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sure.
why not?
Why shouldn't it? Like, what school is it? Secondary school or like university? I don't know.
No, nursery too.
I think in secondary school.
Secondary school. And
Yeah.
like, you know, SS1, SS2, SS1. Yes, it should be taught in
I
school.
don't think secondary school. I think I'm not sure.
We have to.
Let's be
Valerie
very honest.
Valerie raised an important point.
What
She
she
said,
said?
"But what is sex ed, guys?
True.
What exactly is in this sex ed that we want to be taught? We need to discuss
Sex ed.
sex. I said sex like my
I feel
voice
like
choked
there's
now.
different. There's like sex ed and then there's Nigerian sex ed. So not the one that this now
What's the difference?
that do you know the way to get pregnant, all those kind of stuff.
Oh,
That's
Then-
not sex
that's
ed.
not
Like
sex-
that's just things our parents told us to
well,
say.
it is still the sexual education that little children are getting.
That's kind of sad.
And that's the reason why as a country we're failing. Let's be frank. because how you be telling, like, my parents never told me that. I'm so grateful to them that they never said that kind of rubbish to me. Because now that we telling my
So
daughter-
wait. So one moment that just said it to us now. What's wrong with them?
There's nothing wrong with them, but let's be frank now. It doesn't make a lot of sense. If you touch a boy, you get pregnant. You're telling your daughter not to touch a boy at all. It makes no sense to me because like at like nursery school age, at the age of 6, if I touch a boy, it's not because I want him to do me at the back of the classroom. To be very frank, if I touch a boy in nursery school, it's not like part of the play. Boy, and she police auntie for something like that.
Mommy and daddy.
Exactly, but for you to now, like at that age, you're not thinking sexually. So why are you telling them those kind of things at that age?
And the problem with this thing is that like they expect you to stay away from it for like your whole school period, and then once you're out, get married and just
Where is
Like,
just
yeah.
magically know what you're supposed to do and
Where
stuff
will I
like
hold
that.
my
So like,
grandchildren?
doesn't make sense.
Because you're taught that like you shouldn't have any boyfriend or girlfriend.
If you don't
throughout
teach
your
them,
school
they'll look
process.
at other ways
Ways
to know.
exactly. That's why I said I don't think secondary school. I feel like it should be elementary because I would like to. I started
Elementary school
Secondary
students
school,
are not
secondary
I started being aware of stuff like that way before I
I
entered
feel
secondary
like it
school.
should be when they are about to be moved to their teen,
Yeah.
their
People
formative
like
years
this.
now.
But it depends on your age. That's the thing. Because
Normal age for GS1 is 12, but most of us entered 9, 10.
9, 10, exactly.
So, like-
but I feel like from that age. I feel
Yeah,
like from that
you
age.
should know
Because
what's
I
up.
remember in GS1, I had friends that had this knowledge from primary school, and that was so wild to me because I knew nothing till like
crazy.
I
I
had
was
from nursery
GS3.
school. I used to play guard. We go under the table, you know.
Which kind of school is that, please?
No, but I also think it has to be like, because I'm pretty sure their fear was that, if you introduce them to this thing, you're giving them like, the chance to want to go and know about it. But I mean, this is
At the end of the day, they
2023.
still have to know about
Like
it.
the internet is
It's
like
not-
a problem on its own. Like there's you
Once
can't
they
do
have
anything.
access to the internet, they have access to everything.
You-
So it's better for them. It's better for you to just educate them on the good about it and the bad about it. Let them know now instead of finding out on the internet.
And what exactly is sex education?
Yeah,
I feel like it is teaching children
not just about sexual
their
intercourse.
bodies,
Yes.
sexual
Can I ask
intercourse.
Puberty.
Ask people.
What their bodies, like how
sorry.
they're
People
growing,
often mistake sex
puberty.
ed for like, oh, you shouldn't have sex, but it never says, oh, don't have sex. It just telling you how
Can
to
we
do
do
it
it?
the right
Yeah.
way.
Maria.
Exactly.
If you're not in the frame, why you talking?
I'm admin.
You're not.
No, it gives me like teaching children about their bodies, about like puberty and what they will face in puberty. Then obviously about like the feelings that come with puberty, which obviously will lead to sex, which also to like when you're telling them about sex, like tell them everything that has to do with it, the implications why people have sex, stuff like that as well.
Why?
About pregnancy, how pregnancy works as well. I feel like that's what sex
That's very
ed should be
important,
about.
Yeah.
Because even if the purpose of like most schools in Nigeria, if they want to teach sex ed, is going to be to tell you not to have sex. I feel like if you teach them everything, including pregnancy, at a point abstinence will come up, and then you can talk about all the things, all the agenda you want to push there, you can push it then.
And also, I feel like they should, instead of trying to force the motion of, oh, don't do it, they should encourage the use of contraceptives and those stuff.
No, but at a certain age,
Not encourage, but
The
like,
more you restrict them, the more they want.
I mean,
and you're not
like
meant to be
you-
there all the
like
time,
when
like,
you're telling them don't just tell them don't do it is bad, but like tell them
Give
the
reasons.
things.
Give
Why?
them real life
Give
content.
them
and I also think
because
like
if I'm teaching you at JS1 not to have sex, like I'm not going to come here genuinely and give you all the full details, but I genuinely will be telling you at 10 years old, don't have sex. Because what are you doing at 10? What are you doing? You are mentally, you can barely do mathematics, but you want to bring a child into the world. Like,
hello.
You want to put her in the bed?
like and at that age,
like that,
you don't know
language.
the like you don't know the full details. If you want to have sex with a boy at 10 years old, where is the boy going to find a condom from? Let's be honest.
You
You
get.
will just
you would be surprised.
you will just
What
you
is
will-
even
Yeah, what are you
See,
having
stop
sex
saying
with?
that.
boy
This is
is
2020. No, it's not. See, you guys are acting as if you don't know people who are 10 at all. I know what 12-year-olds are doing right now.
know
Like,
now.
you would be surprised
But you said
about
you
stuff
know
like
right
that.
now.
What is there?
What do you mean what is there?
What
It's
are
not
you
about,
having
she's
sex
talking about like a 12-year-old being able to get a condom. It is very possible. It's
How?
extreme.
Okay, how?
I don't understand. They
People
don't have
can buy.
parents.
People can buy it.
Wait,
You
their
can get it
parents
from
are
somewhere
buying for
else.
them.
Their parents are
If
using it, and they can take it from their parents, or they can get someone who's
In
older who
my
doesn't
life
care
till
to
this
get
day,
it.
I've never seen a condom in real life. My parents.
That's crazy.
So for real.
Same though.
And-
If you haven't
There's
seen a
nothing-
condom in real life, raise your hand.
Admin has.
My God, you guys
Is it-
are bad.
Teacher brought it to class and he was
He's
waving
showing
it
us.
around. He
See,
showed
there's
us.
something I want to say about
Ask
sex
teacher, we asked
education
teacher,
in
it's
class. Like, I feel like it should be
One
taken
parent
with
is
like a little more, like, I don't want to say sensitivity, because I feel like in my school there was sex ed, but it was very. It was almost became like a joke kind of thing. Like nobody took it serious. Even the teacher that was teaching, nobody took it serious. So it was just, it became a whole joke. So you should let like, you know, people you are teaching know that, oh, there are some serious implications. Like if you do this is what happens. Not just, oh man, like that's what it is.
I
Or
think
don't
for
do it,
us-
or just say.
I think the
anything,
teacher
you
should
get.
give real life consequences
I feel like,
or tell stories about the bad implications of having.
but like I feel
I
like
don't know,
one
people
important
know-
thing is
people
that you
know
have
their
to.
bad allegations.
One important thing that Nigerians do not to do is to be objective. Like I get that you don't want them to be having sex, but if you are teaching them on the basis of I want the children not to have sex, it's not, you're not going to like teach them properly or teach them everything they need to know. You have to be honest. A child who won't go astray no matter what. So just give them all the full information. It's best that they know what they're getting into. Than all they know is, and they said I shouldn't have sex, but they didn't tell me why. They just don't want me to have
If you
fun.
touch me, I'll get pregnant.
Do you get, if you touch a boy, you get pregnant? It's so dumb. Because you will say that now, the girl will touch a boy, not get pregnant, and then never trust you again. Because for like 12 years of my life, told me if I touch a boy, I'll get pregnant. And I accidentally touched this boy, and nothing happened. So what makes me believe that anything else you said is actually true?
True.
So yeah, it should be taught in schools. But like these schools, like is it secondary school or?
I feel like from like junior school, because that's when most kids attain puberty. Like that's JS1 to JS3.
Because somebody was telling me they started their menstruation in primary school. I was quite shocked.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I was
because
taken aback.
and I know that.
JS2.
Yeah, as I get awareness for
That's
stuff like
teaching
this
from
when I was like
secondary
year
school.
5.
Like you get your
so-
periods in
Exactly.
Because if you say primary school, they're only catering to like the 10% that have already attained puberty. The rest of the class will not understand, will take it as a joke, will just be giggling and laughing because they don't get it. But if you're teaching these children through their puberty, minus the
You're
fact
like it's like walking them through. It's
Exactly.
like extra guidance from
Like
their
a
parents and
guide.
then more guidance.
What
from
about
their
those
teachers.
because some of us didn't even have
Which
guidance.
10%?
The 10% who are already going
Like
through
I was saying,
it
like if
earlier,
you teach it from
just-
primary school, like I only cater to that 10% and everything. Then like there are certain things that you put in place for that 10%. But let's be honest, in a class of like 15, maybe only one person has attained puberty or is in the process of attaining puberty. If I come to class to teach you 15 people about puberty, only that person is going to understand. The rest of them will be disrupting the class, making noise. So
Yeah.
even that one person will not learn.
I just think that it should be taught in school
Practically
because
everybody.
I didn't even have.
That's-
I was never taught sex ed in school,
Mm-hmm.
but I experienced that conversation with my parents when I was about to enter university. not even secondary school. Like I had the talk
Do you
to my
get-
parents
I never had
when
to.
I was about to enter university.
And that detox is not
It's not
an extensive talk.
like,
It's limited. It's don't do this. Don't follow bad gang.
Rules and regulations. Not even
The talk I got is any boy that comes to talk to you is just deceiving.
He's lying.
Don't
He's
listen to them.
lying.
That was
Oh.
like, I've never had a conversation with my parents about my period or sex or anything of the sort. I got my period. They weren't even around when it started. It was the nannies that gave me pad, and afterwards she was like, "Oh wow, and do you know how to use it?" But I said yes, and there's no other.
That's tough, man. Grace, so
It was
sorry,
from
bro.
secondary school biology class that made
Do you get me? And people were always disturbing in biology
I remember
class,
the
so
day. I remember
we
the
never
day.
went.
Biology
to-
class
Biology
is serious.
Biology
when
class,
the
it
human
wasn't
anatomy
violent.
comes up, all the boys will be sneakering
Do you
and
get?
I went to an only girls' school.
you
so
did it too, right?
This is one of the culprits. Criminal.
I went to an only girls' school, and we had a course called provocational studies. That's when we like
Oh,
talked about
it's like
periods
home
and
economics.
stuff. Like it was home ec and agri
I
together.
understand.
And I remember they brought a part to class, and teacher would pass it around everybody. And I can remember vividly some girls full on like.
Ha.
I kid you not, it was so silly. Because back then, right, I didn't really like me. I could hold it and look at it. You know, my class was like, "What's wrong with all of you?" Like, and I guess how you would tell, because this was in JS2. So people went on their periods at that age because I don't know why you're seeing a pad and you're like, it's a diaper. What is like so?
Diaper, not diaper.
Diaper or diaper, all of it is the same thing.
Because the thing about where we live in, Nigeria, is everything is always taken to the extreme. Yeah, I get okay. You're teaching about sex education, and you might not want. I might not want kids to have sex, especially at a young age. But for example, now me, I feel like Nigerian adults should be okay with like kids dating you get at a certain age, because like you can't expect the child to just know what to do once they become an adult if you don't give them time to. And dating does not mean that they're going to have sex. I don't know why that thing is.
So what's your own age? When did they start dating? What age?
It depends.
16. Like it depends on the child. Cause
No,
like,
it doesn't depend on the child. It
It
depends
depends
on what they are doing dating.
that's what I'm saying.
Like, why are
dating
you
does not
dating that person?
If you are
What are
to
you
find out
doing?
how you can react to a person of the opposite gender, not just as like a friend. Doesn't mean you have to do anything serious.
Yeah, so that when you grow old and
okay,
you're at that particular age,
you
that you
get-
want to do
you can't
something
be okay,
serious,
for example, now,
you will now be
can't tell
socially
your daughter-
awkward. You will not know how to.
Exactly, they'll run away from
it
boys
will
their
be-
whole lives,
do you
and then
get-
when they are 23, they're
people
saying,
will not
you
be
have to find
avoiding
the husband
you.
and stuff like that.
Oh,
Like,
well.
what match do you want them to
But you
perform?
can build relationships with guys without dating them now.
No,
that kind of relationship.
You see,
can't-
that's when okay, for example, now I feel like all of us know that our generation we have a hookup culture problem, and if, for example, now it starts with that. Most people don't want to be in serious relationships because they believe that I can have a relationship with someone without it being, like a specified something. We just do anything like stuff like that. And
when you don't put labels on things, that's the problem starts.
you get
Like
anything,
when you can
no.
just.
I just feel like depending on what they say, is there certain ages where
It depends on your
genuinely don't know
definition of what you
you're
have in your mind
exactly,
as
and
dating.
I'm not even thinking about it like to the extreme, but I feel like at 15 you haven't gotten yourself very figured out. Why do you want to now commit to someone else at that age just to learn? But you've known like
I
because
see nothing
I
wrong
see
with.
everything.
Okay,
wrong.
Exactly,
okay,
see.
so
From experience, guys.
okay.
dating at a young age does more harm than good. Like I understand the positives to it, but like people
Well, no,
might be
you need to understand. We're
desensitive.
not encouraging it.
No, I'm not saying you're
We're just saying that
encouraging
it is not as extreme like as our parents make it seem.
But
That's
when
my own
you're
opinion.
attracted to somebody physically, you want to do some things. because
Like
of it.
you're putting
Whether
yourself
your
in-
intentions are
Okay, let
you
me
want
let me
to
let me
learn
explain
or
my
Yeah.
point. At the age of 15, if you are dating someone, they are 90% of the time you are physically attracted to that person. Why you not put yourself in a situation where like that's now your best 12, you are now always together, because at a point those kind of thoughts will start to come up. Like there's no guarantee that they won't, and like, oh, you just used to buy me chocolates and me, so I used to giggle at his message. We will not call each other at 2 a.m. and be smiling as I'm sweeping the roof. Like it's not
You see,
because
at the end of the day, that is when guidance. That is when guidance. Okay.
You now experience, like, a lot of the time dating at that age is always so
chaotic.
exactly. Even at our age, you hear gist of people's relationships at this age.
You'll be
And
scared.
you are flabbergasted. Like at the end of the day, if there's some things that like I've heard people experience, and I know that if I've experienced it, I'll give up on love. As per now, me and my Jesus till the end of time, because like there are things that will happen. There are things that you experience by dating a 15-year-old, and it will just warp your like mentality of like love or like committing to someone, because like I don't know, it's just like, do you
I
get
feel like if our parents were like more open to it, and they had like the idea that even if we tell these people not to, they would still do it, and they were, instead of like trying to shift the topic away or not talk about it, they would like try to guide us and be like, oh, this and this is what you should do. I feel like it will make a lot of things better and to assist your future relationship. But I'm not sure. I'm not speaking. I'm
And
just saying my
another
own
thing is that,
opinion.
see, at that age, that is where guidance can come in, because I know as a 25-year-old, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to go and talk with my mom about
You're not
anything.
25.
Disclaimer, he's not
Relax.
25.
He's not
I'm not.
25.
If I am
does he look
25,
25? Does he look
Some people can go and
do you
if I'm if I'm a 25-year-old, I'm not going to go and meet my mom or any external figure to talk about my relationship. But as a 15, 16-year-old, I can, like, the guidance can be put in that place because I am still learning. Because at the end of the day, I understand that there's a maturity that comes with age. But at the end of the day, if you've not done anything, it is still uncharted territory. You are still going into it completely.
But that guidance that you're seeking for, your parents have to be open to what you're doing.
That's what I'm saying. If there was good guidance, because we obviously know that.
Imagine if
like,
in Nigeria you made it completely normal, like this thing completely normal, and like you can go and introduce them to your parents. That
then
kind
it
of
won't
thing.
be this hard.
It won't be
It
this.
really
Like
won't.
people
parents
will
will
not
not say,
say,
oh yeah,
now.
don't see, this person is
Okay,
not
for
good
example,
for you.
For example,
There's some of your friends that you bring home and your mom will be like, I can sense this person has bad vibes, and eventually that friendship would end. Am I right or am I right? Yes. Now, if parents were more open to this and you could introduce your parents to these people, they'll be like, oh, I love you very much, but I don't think this person is good for you.
Exactly,
And that is
stuff
the
like
end of
that.
it
That's-
now. If you now further, that is
For
really
example, now, what they call it, I guess, like, I was very surprised that my mom did something like that, because she was surprisingly chill. This is someone I thought would be, very Nigerian about it, but she wasn't. And she like, I was able to talk to mom about surprise. I was really surprised. I was able to talk to mom about it, and she was like, let me know some things that I was shocked she even could communicate to me. Do you get that? And she didn't throw me, because I was 16. If she had, like, castigated me, told me it was a taboo, I would have just, said, okay, I'm not going to tell my mom if I'm doing anything again. And obviously, yes, I was with somebody, but I wasn't thinking about, I don't know how vulgar I can be, I wasn't thinking about, doing anything I don't think I was not supposed to be doing at that age. So I just, like, I said, okay, I really like this person and everything. And my mom was chill with it. And I talked to my mom about it. I didn't hide anything from her. My mom knew the person, knew everything. And, like, I feel like it helped me to, like, know that, okay, this is what, this is how other people behave. I have to know that, oh, if I'm in a relationship, I'm thinking about someone else and not just myself. Because most kids are selfish. Like, it's human nature at that young age to be very selfish. So when you're in a relationship, you have to learn that sometimes you have to, like, curb that selfish nature and, like, think about the other person and not just yourself. And, like, it's very good to learn that at a younger age. I'm not saying maybe like 10 or 11, but at a younger age, not when you're like 25 or like 26. It's better for you to learn that younger age that you have to be able to, like, accommodate other people.
I feel like those kind of things can be learned in friendship, but like,
Well, friendships and relationships are different.
What makes them different?
What makes them different is because at the end of the day, the one person is your friend and one person is in a relationship with you. Like,
what makes that relationship
what I'm saying is that, okay, if I have a friend and if I'm in a relationship with somebody, if I and my friend have an argument, at the end of the day, he's just my friend. Like, we can solve our issues, but the amount of effort I have to put into my relationship and the amount of effort.
But it's still a
I'm
relationship
putting,
now.
you don't understand. I'm not talking about relationship in that sense.
I get what you're
classifies a friendship and that kind of relationship, because I feel like, in my opinion, the difference is a sexual attraction. Because that's my own opinion. Because genuinely,
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
because
so.
I can be committed to a
Yeah.
friendship. I can be like, Priscilla is my friend, and I wouldn't want to do anything to hurt her. Her birthday is coming up. What can I get her? How do I make her happy? She's just my friend. And that's,
Physically, that's the difference. But emotionally, there's also
There's-
I can
There's
also
like
feel
difference.
emotionally connected to someone without. You talk about soulmates that are friendships that are built solely on friendships. I feel like the difference between a proper relation is the physical attraction.
You know
Like,
you
I
can
can-
have
not
you know you
really.
can have
Not
multiple
only
you know you
the
can have
physical
multiple best
attraction.
friends.
Yeah,
Can you
but
have multiple boyfriends?
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is that
There's just
but-
that- what
but-
is- it's
but-
not
but
every
understand,
guy.
no,
Say you
no,
have
to an
multiple
extent.
best friends, but there's that
To
one
an
person.
extent, I understand what Grace is saying,
Not
but I feel like
really,
it comes down to like how you value your relationships. Like, because there's some people who I could have a friend that is way closer to me than the person I'm with, but the kind of person I am, I've always feel like my relationship with the person I'm with would always be stronger than any friendship I would have. So the amount of effort I put into that relationship would always be more. I could fight with my friend and say I need some space, but if I fight with someone I'm in a relationship with, I always be wondering that, oh, I have to make sure this person is okay first.
Well, there you have it, guys.
Wisdom.
Thank
So,
you so much for joining us
Sex
on this
education should
journey.
be taught in school. Thank you.
Yes. Sorry, that was just
Technical difficulties.
yes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below if you want to be featured in the next episode. Bye, guys.
AJ, read these words.
Bye. Bye. Ah, go on.